Hello, guys. Good evening, and welcome to the Roundtable. I'm your host, Jermaine Dennis, and I'm here with my commentators.
Molly Edie,
Megan Carpenter.
and Susie Clefang.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. Today, what we'll be talking about is the Four Local drink. We found out that the other day, Michigan has banned the drink from being bought at stores or gas stations or what have you. And we wanted to get your thoughts about this. I mean, should the American government, or at least Michigan themselves, be able to ban Four Locos? Molly?
Well, I think that obviously Four Loko is dangerous. I know that I've heard so many students ending up in the hospital from drinking too much of it. But I don't think that it's really the government's place to be deciding that things like that should be consumed by the American people. And I think that it's really it should be more of the individual's decision and responsibility as to what they would like to purchase and how much they can consume. And what do you think, Meg?
I think one of the main problems with this drink is just that it's clearly a very significant health hazard to our youth right now. If you look at the ingredients in a Four Loko, you will see that it has massive amounts of caffeine as well as alcohol. And if you look up the effects on the body that has, caffeine is a stimulant and alcohol is a depressant. The caffeine makes you want to stay awake and the alcohol makes you want to go to sleep. So the effect of that is that your heart really suffers. And I think that that's a serious problem with this drink. It's one of the most serious problems. Susie, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I've got a roommate and she had one and she went crazy. So I've definitely firsthand seen the detrimental effects Four Locos can have. My opinion of Michigan completely banning the sale of the drink, I'm not sure. I agree with Molly. I don't think that's really the right thing to do, but I do applaud them in the fact that they've taken steps towards regulating it. I think there's a need to address the issue because there are many cases of kids not being able to handle this drink. It's cheap and it does the job to get you drunk really fast. So I do think there needs to be regulation. I'm not sure if completely banning though is fair and is a good message for Four Loko and other drink companies. Your opinion, Jermaine?
Well, I wanted to touch back what Megan said is that the effects that it's stimulant and depressant in one drink. But we always knew that we always had these practices before. We still do have kids and adults drinking Red Bull with liquor mixture together, and that does the same thing. Should we start banning the sale of Red Bull, even though the sale of Red Bull itself by itself you could tell that it's like detrimental to the body. It's like drinking a lab experiment. If I were to say, so what would you think about that, Meg? I mean, the claim that you made is pretty good, but does that give it enough evidence just to ban a drink?
I think that, honestly, if we're going to ban Four Loko, you're completely right. I think that if we're going to ban a drink like that, we should ban all drinks that have the same effect as that. We should ban Red Bull and vodka, and we should ban Jack and Coke. But, I mean, is that really realistic, guys? Come on. Molly, what do you think?
And to the ban wasn't just on Four Loko, but on similar drinks. Not like you said, like Jack and Coke or anything like that, because obviously you can't ban that. But like juice and a couple others like Sparks. Any of those types of alco pops that they claim are kind of aimed at the young crowd, like marketed towards teenagers, because they don't look like a traditional alcoholic drink. Yeah, Susie, what do you think?
Well, I think one of the other big problems with Four Locos is they are cheap, and I'm not sure about the other drinks, but I'm assuming they're probably cheap as well. I think it's expensive if you're gonna buy, I don't know, a whole lot of alcohol. It's the amount of alcohol that is in these drinks is a whole lot more than a Red Bull with vodka or a Jaeger bomb or whatever you're gonna do. I think just the fact that there's so much, and I think another issue in this whole overall situation is the social idea that people want to get drunk this fast. I think that's also an issue that needs to be addressed.
I think we've accomplished a lot. Guys, what are your final thoughts? Molly, for you first.
Well, I definitely think that it's a little extreme to ban the drink, and I think that despite its negative effects, that people should be responsible for their own decisions of consuming it. What do you think, Meg?
I agree with you. I think that if kids under 21 want to buy an alcoholic beverage, they should know enough to realize that what they're getting themselves into, and they should know enough to pace themselves and not be lying down drunk in the streets every night intoxicated. Susie, what do you think?
I think that Michigan's made a great move addressing an issue that's affecting university students and other people. I think that maybe it shouldn't be banned, but at least they're addressing an issue that is a danger to society. Jermaine?
Well, I'm just gonna end it like this. I think we should just bring more awareness, not just to ban, but just bring more awareness of how we should consume alcoholic beverages like this. Like my friend back in my neighborhood would tell me is, it's not a race, it's a marathon. So you could, consume alcohol at a low rate. Do not, over consume and become drunk on the floor. Well, that's the end of the show, guys. Now we'll go into the nice elevator music. All right, guys. This has been the Roundtable. I've been your host, Jermaine Dennis.
Molly Edie.
Megan Carpenter.
And Susie Clefang.
Goodbye.